So is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So in the last class, we have discussed about the different uh, types of yes. I think we have discussed about this one. Okay, points and crossings and different parts of the points and crossings I have discussed. Is it discussed or not?
Discussed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I think we have discussed all these elements probably because as per I remember, diamond crossing, number and probably we have completed up to the number and angle of crossing. Na? Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So we'll go to the important part turnout that we have discussed earlier. So various element, curve lead. So this turnout will be determined by following two methods. Number one is the Coles method. Number two is the IRS method, Indian Railway System. In India, we have to follow this method. Second one. However, it is essential to know the Coles method as because throughout the world, this Coles method is used. So as it is used, so it is essential to know about this one. So what are the different elements you will to find out in the turnout? Like curve lead CL, Swiss lead SL, lead of crossing L, gauge. This is well known. What type of gauge it is, whether it is broad gauge, meter gauge, narrow gauge, etc. like this. And heel of divergence or heel divergence LFP. So to find out all these items, another one is the angle of crossing. It is known to us what angle will to provide the line or railway track. It is essential to know. Then another one is the radius of the turnout R. So these are the different elements you will to determine. First of all, we will discuss the Coles method. In case of Coles method, where are the concept on which this track will be designed. What are the concepts? So there are three concepts. Kink. Kink means twist. That is when we will do. Yes. When you will do, this is the tongue rail. When you will to pull it by means of stretcher bar, then at which locations different stresses are generated. These stresses or twist is known as kink. Is known as kink. We'll to discuss it. So if it is straight or curved, then no problem will be occurred. But if it is curved, then no stress will be generated. But this tongue rail is not curved. It is totally straight. So what we'll to do by means of a stretcher bar, we'll to pull it. When we'll to pull it, then this portion will become curved in nature. Okay. So this portion curvature will be forming here. So when curvature will be forming here, then where the different type of twists are generated. First of all, as you to pull by means of stretcher bar, these two tongue rail, so maximum kink or twist will be generated in as per structure. Second one, where it is fixed at the heel block, on top of the heel block in here. So another twist or another kink will be generated in here. And third kink that will be generated at the end of crossing, nearby the crossing, but it is not very prominent. First one is very prominent or maximum. Second one little bit lesser than compared to the first one. And third one is much more lesser. That we have discussed in here. First kink formed at the actual toe of the Swiss. Second kink formed at the heel of the Swiss. And third kink is formed at the toe of the Swiss. So these are the three kinks or twists will be generated due to pulling of the tongue rail by means of stretcher bar. Is it clear? Is it audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it clear or not? what I have discussed, it is clear to you or not?
Could you explain again,
Sir,
sir?
what
Huh?
is kings?
Please tell it loudly.
Sir, what is king?
Kink means twist, twist. That I have shown when one structure or any bar that will be pulled, then some twist or some stress will be generated. When stress will be generated due to twisting or development of the bending moment. Is it clear? So kink
Yes.
means is the twist.
Sir,
So what are the different? So on the basis of it, we will to design the section. On the basis of it, we will to design the section that is easily one can determine it by following the development of stress in the steel structure. IS 800 is clearly mentioned on this one. When one load or stress will be, when one load or pull will be applied on the one steel structure, then what amount of stress will be generated, that can be determined. So if the section is like this and it has the strength against this type of developed stress, then this section is okay. So this is the part of structure. Anyone can design it, the steel structure. That is why we will not to discuss this one about the section, as because one can easily design it. Now the various elements to be determined under the Coles method: curved lead, radius of curvature, Swiss lead, heel divergence, lead of crossing. So this is the points and crossings, that is the turnout. One straight rail or one straight track that will pass in this direction, another one track that will meet with this one. So in case of this point, that is F to D, this curvature will be start from here and it will be ended in here, or it will be start from the end of the tongue rail or two of the tongue rail and it will be ended at the crossing. As because this part is the crossing. This part is the crossing. So in case of Coles method, what we will to do, we will to consider the curvature from D to F. From D to F. In case of Coles method, we will to follow or we will to consider the curvature start from D and it will be ended at F. What is D? It is the toe of the Swiss, the tongue rail, and this is the crossing. This is the crossing. Okay. So in here, what are different elements you will to find out? This curved lead, that is horizontal distance from toe of the Swiss to the crossing. This is the curved lead, CL. Next one, lead. Lead is the heel block is placed in here only for fixing the heel of the tongue rail. This is known as heel. So this point is known as the heel of the Swiss. So up to this distance from the crossing, or TNC, theoretical nose of crossing, to the heel of Swiss, this distance is known as the lead of cross lead. Next one, Swiss lead, that is from toe of the Swiss to the heel of the Swiss. This distance is known as the Swiss lead. Swiss lead. Another one is the radius of curvature. Radius of curvature that will start from here or from here and it will be ended at point 0. That is at the center. Okay, and another one distance is the heel divergence. That is LM. This distance, that is heel will be placed in here and from the outer rail. Outer rail, what is the distance in here? So this point will be determined also. That is why we have shown in here these 5 elements as per the Coles method. 5 elements are to be determined: curved lead, radius of curvature, Swiss lead, heel divergence, and lead of crossing. Okay. So how can we to find out? First of all, we to find out curved lead. If we want to determine the curved lead, then we'll to show this one curved lead. So we'll come to the triangle ADF. What is that ADF? ADF. Okay, ADF. So from this triangle, we have to find out it. We know this is the tangent that will be drawn on the curvature. So it will come like this direction. It will come like this direction. So this angle is the alpha angle of crossing. This angle is the alpha angle of crossing. If it is that, then if we add the two ends of the chord, it will intersect this angle in equal two parts. That is, this angle is equal to alpha by 2. This angle is also alpha by 2. So when this angle is alpha by 2, then this angle is also alpha by 2. Okay, that we have seen in here. So from ADF, this triangle, what we have to find out? This one. And all these parameters will be determined in terms of G and N. G means gauge, as because if it is broad gauge, then this value is known. If it is meter gauge, then this value is known. If it is narrow gauge, then this value is also known. And N, we can easily find out it if this angle is known. Number of crossings. So we will to find out all these elements in terms of G and N. Always keep in your mind G, N, and alpha, as because these three values are known. So again we come in here, curve lift. So angle ADF, AF equal to G gauge, and ADF equal to alpha by 2, that I have discussed. Now tan alpha by 2 equal to AF by AD, AF equal to, so again this figure, this is AF by AD, AD is equal to CL. Very simple, we can easily find out it. AD equal to CL. So we can easily write down CL equal to G by tan alpha by 2, or CL equal to G cot alpha. Can we write it? Each and everybody will to write it. Each and everybody will to write it. This DEF is not required. You can easily write down from triangle ADF. Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So we have determined this part. Next one is the radius of curvature. Radius of curvature means R. To find out from outer edge to the end of curvature. As we practically, to find out R is considered center of the curve, as because this length is very high. In that case, this distance, and by considering this amount, that is from outer point to center, it is very small variation. That is why radius of curvature usually will be considered from center to the end of the track. Now to find out the radius of curvature, this is the radius of curvature. Very simple. What we will to do? We will to consider the triangle OEF. We'll come to the picture. O in here, this is O, E, and F. We'll to consider the triangle OEF. What will to find out? This one. In terms, as we have already determined CL. So what we'll to do? We'll to take the relation in between these two. So we can easily write down this one. Sin alpha equal to EF by OF. We'll to write down it, please. EF equal to OF. Again, we come to in here EF. This is the EF, and OF, O from here up to this F. Okay. So EF equal to OF. EF already determined. This is the CL curve length, and OF equal to R. So R equal to CL by sin alpha, or CL cosec alpha, or CL cosec alpha. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next one is the Swiss lift. We have to find out Swiss lift. divergence is yes, target divergence is okay. Now for determining the Swiss lid SL, it is essential to determine the field divergence also, as because both are interrelated. So again we come to the figure, then it will be clear to you. What is Swiss lid? This portion is the Swiss. This portion is the Swiss lid. Okay. To find out this one over, and this is the heel divergence. Heel divergence. So these are interrelated. Swiss lid and heel divergence. That is why what we'll to do, we'll to find out this one. And in that case, what we'll to consider from this triangle OMH. OMH. From where we'll to get it? Just if we come to the main picture, then what we'll to do? This is the 0. From here we'll to come in here, and we'll to consider this portion. We'll to consider this portion. These, and this. So again, I want to show it. Insert. Make it yes. Then it will be clear. So which portion will to consider? This is the 0. We start from here. We'll come in here. We'll to come in here. We'll to go in here, and we'll to take to do. Okay. We'll to consider this portion. How can we have determined it? Again, we come to the picture. This portion. Is it clear?
Yes.
So what we'll to do? We'll to consider OMH. OM square equal to OH square plus MH square. OM equal to R. This is the radius of curvature. OH equal to, this is R, total R, and this is equal to G. D, not G, D. This is the heel divergence. That is this portion. Only this portion. This is the heel divergence. This portion, small d. Okay. So this is the small d. So OD minus DH. So this is R minus D, and MA is equal to SL. That we have shown in this picture, this portion. Here to here, this is SL. This is SL. Okay. So this is SL. So we can easily write down. We'll to take this in the left side, and we'll put it the right side. So you can easily write down R minus D whole square equal to R square minus S square. So R minus D equal to square root of R square minus S square. So D equal to R minus square root of R square S. R minus S square. Now we can write down like this way: R square minus S square root of half, and equal to this one. We can easily write like this way. That is to divide it by R square, and when you go outside, then it will be equal to R. So we can get the equation like this way. So by following the binomial theorem, we can easily write down R equal to 1 plus S square by 2 R square plus S to the power 4 divided by 8 R to the power 4 minus another next term. Over neglecting the higher term, we can easily write down R minus R 1 minus S square by 2 R square. So just to curtail RR, so to get R square by 2R. So D equal to, this is the heel divergence, D, this D. SL square by 2. So in here 2 are unknown. This one is the heel divergence, and this one is the Swiss lid. So any one are essential to consider. If we consider the heel divergence this amount, then we will to get the Swiss lid like this amount. Or if we consider Swiss lid this length, then we will to get for which heel divergence will be like. So by using this, any one of these, as because 2 are unknown, by considering any one of these, another can be taken. Is it clear?
Sir, do we provide wood at this at D.
Huh?
Means there is wood provided at this.
No, there are two unknown. So if you put the value of D in here, or if you imagine as per the codal provision, this distance has been considered in here 0.5 to 0.2 to usually 0.5. So if we consider considerably, yes, this amount will to provide by considering the space remaining in particular location. In that case, we may determine the SL. So obviously, it will be depend upon your experience, how much D will be provided or how much SL will be provided. SL will be provided how much actual space is available at the location. By means of which you will to fix the amount of D. So the accident will not be occurred. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you written it?
Yes.
Okay. So next point you will to find out. So we have determined both sweep speed and hill divergence. Next one is the lead of crossing. This is very simple. Lead of crossing, that is this portion. So this is equal to CL minus SL. CL is the full length from here to here. We have determined the SL, so we can easily find out L, lead of crossing. So CL minus SL. CL minus SL. Or another thing, just to, I think you have some lead of crossing that we have shown in here. Curve lead minus sweep speed. Just to write this one. So by considering that one, we can easily find out the curve lead or sweep speed. That is G cot alpha by 2 minus 2 R0 divided or 2GN minus square root of 2 RT. So how we have determined the GN, it has not been discussed. It has not been discussed. Just I have to discuss that part. That is the alternative method of determining curve lead, CL. So alternatively, we can easily find out the curve lead. That is the first one that we have discussed in here, curve lead. We have discussed one method earlier, this one. This is the curve lead, CL equal to G cot alpha by 2. But this can be determined in terms of N also. How can it will be? Just I have to discuss in here, curve lead. So curve lead, we can easily write down EF or AD equal to AB plus BD. If we come to the picture, then we can easily write it. Curve lead CL equal to AB, that is this one, in where two tangent will be intersect of this curvature. This is the curvature and two tangent that will be drawn from two ends and it will intersect at P. So we can easily write down AB plus BD. AB plus BD. Okay, AB plus BD. Now BD equal to BF. If we come to the picture, then BD is equal to BF, as because two tangent which are equal to BF. BF. Now AB equal to AF cot alpha. If we come to the picture, AB equal to BF or FB cot alpha, as because alpha is more. This is the angle of crossing. So this is the opposite angle. So this is equal to FB equal to AB is equal to FB cot alpha. Okay. Another one BF or FB. So BD is equal to BF. BD is equal to BF. And we'll to find out in terms of G. In terms of G, so we can easily write down this one, G cosec alpha. That is AF cosec alpha. We can easily write it. AF equal to G cosec alpha. Cosec alpha is equal to 1 plus cot square. So we know as per IRS method, N equal to cot alpha. We know as per IRS method, n equal to cot alpha, that is the number and angle of crossing. So you can easily put that value in here. Cot square equal to n square. So gn plus g square root of 1 plus n square. Now square root of 1 plus n square and square root of n square, this value is nearly same. That is why we may write 1 square root of n square is equal to square root of n square. That is equal to gn. So this is equal to gn plus gn 2gn. So what we to do? This is the approximate value. It is not 100% correct. That's because we have considered in here square root of 1 plus n square equal to square root of n square. That is why in case of field inspection, usually we have to find out CL equal to 2gn. G is known whether it is broad gauge or meter gauge, and N will be determined from the number and angle of crossing n cot alpha. From there we have to find out that value, and from there we can easily find out CL. So it is only for the field checking. Only for the field checking. Otherwise, we have to follow this one. CL equal to Gn plus G square root of 1 plus n square. Same value. First or second method, that will come same value. Have you written it?
Yes.
Okay. So the 5 elements as per the Coles method we have determined. Curve lead by following 2 way, radius of curvature, Swiss lead, heel divergence, and lead of crossing. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So by using this formula, we can easily find out the different element. So if the angle of crossing is given or the number of crossing is given and it is mentioned that the gauge is this type, then we can easily find out all the 5 items. In that case, we may consider the heel of divergence like this, heel divergence like this, for which the Swiss lead will be held. Or if we consider Swiss lead, say 5 meter, then what will be the heel divergence? So this is the Coles method. Next we come to the IRS method. IRS method is little bit simpler compared to the Coles method. Why? In this layout, curves begins from the heel of the Swiss and ends at TNC. Curves start from here, heel of Swiss, and ends in TNC. But in Coles method, it was start from here, end of the tongue rail, and completed or ended at TNC. So this is the basic difference between Coles method and IRS method. In case of IRS method, they have considered only these arcs from B to T. Over in case of Coles method, they have considered the arc from B to this one. That we have discussed it here. From here to here. This arc has been considered from here to here. T to F. But in case of Coles method, it is start from C, that is heel of Swiss, and ended in here. So this is the basic difference between these two. Now what we'll to do? We'll to find out the various elements. And in case of IRS method, the crossing is straight and no kink is experienced at this point. So the only kink occurs at the toe of the Swiss, and it is very fact. And it is fact that when we pull this tongue rail, then stress will be generated only in the tongue, only in the tongue. That is why only two of the Swiss, and where this will be maximum, obviously at the end. Any structure, it is fixed in here, and if we pull it by means of stretcher bar in this way, so bending will be occurred. So the bending moment will be generated in here, and stress will be maximum generated this portion. Stress will be generated maximum this portion. Twist will be generated maximum this portion. Twist will be generated in here, so stress will be also generated in here, and it is maximum in. So IRS method considered that one. The only kink occurs at the toe of the Swiss, and this is the standard layout of the Indian railway. So this is another one difference in between the IRS method and the Coles method. In case of Coles method, they have considered 3 kink, and in case of IRS method, they have considered only 1 kink. Always keep it. Now what we'll to do? We'll to find out the different elements, particularly for this type of IRS method. And in case of IRS method, what are the different things we'll to find out? Only the lead of crossing. We'll to write down. What are the different elements we'll to find out in here? Number one is the lead of crossing. And another one is the radius of curvature. Radius of curve. Only these two elements to be determined. This is another one difference with the Coles method. In case of Coles method, we'll to find out the 5 elements. Over in case of IRS method, we'll to find out only 2 elements: lead of crossing and radius of curve. So how can we to find out it? Just we'll to find out first of all the lead of crossing. What we'll to do? We'll to consider TBD, and in that case, particular this IRS method, it is essential to consider another one angle. What is that angle? Angle of Swiss. So we'll to write down in here, under this method, IRS method, we'll to find out another angle beta. Another angle beta. This is known as angle of Swiss. So to write down, under the IRS method, 2 angles are to be determined, as shown in follows: alpha equal to angle of crossing, alpha equal to angle of crossing, and beta is equal to angle of Swiss. Beta is equal to angle of Swiss. Now what we'll to do? We'll to consider angle, a triangle TBD. So this is the T, this is the B, and this is the D. TBD. TBD. So what we'll to do? In this case, it is essential to determine first of all the different angle. Then it will be clear to you. So what are the different angle? When your next class? There is any next class?
Not for section B.
Huh?
Sir, section B has no class.
No class. What section A?
From 10:50.
10:50. Okay, fine. Very good. To complete it. So what we'll to do? We'll to find out first of all different angle. So this is the angle of crossing alpha, and this is the angle of Swiss beta. So if we know this, then we can easily find out this angle. This is the chord from B to T. This is the chord length from B to D. And this is the arc from B to T. This is the arc, and this is the chord length. So if it is the chord length, then we can easily find out this angle. This angle is equal to alpha minus beta. When this angle is equal to alpha minus beta, then this angle is equal to alpha minus beta by 2. This angle is equal to alpha minus beta by 2. When it is alpha minus beta by 2, then this is equal to alpha. So obviously this is equal to alpha plus beta by 2. Is it clear to you or not? As because this is alpha, so this angle equal to 180 minus alpha. So this angle equal to alpha minus beta. When it is alpha minus beta, then this angle is equal to alpha minus beta by 2. This angle is equal to alpha. So this angle will be equal to alpha plus beta by 2. Okay. Is it clear or not?
Sir, in previous method, both were alpha, and here alpha and beta are there.
Yeah. This is the only difference in between IRS method and the Coles method. As because in case of IRS method, we have considered the arc from A to D, that is from the flow of Swiss. But in case of Coles method, we have considered the arc from D to F. But in case of IRS method, we have considered from here to here. Here to here. that is M to F. So we have considered only these are as per IR square. But in case of Cole's method, we have considered this total R. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. That is why this variation. When we have considered this one, then it is essential to consider the angle of Swiss. Okay. So as this is the arc, now all this angle is
Yeah.
clear to you or not?
क्या बोले अभी?
That I have discussed. If it is alpha, then this angle is equal to 180 minus alpha. So obviously this is equal to alpha minus beta. When it is alpha minus beta, then this angle is equal to alpha minus beta by 2. This is alpha and this is alpha minus beta by 2. So this is equal to alpha plus beta by 2. Now, when the two tangent crosses with each other, in that case, it will form a deflection angle. This is known as deflection angle, alpha minus. And as per trigonometry, this deflection angle is equal to the central angle. That is two ends of the arc that will be connected by means of two bar. So angle between these two bar equal to alpha minus beta. As per trigonometry, this deflection angle, this is the deflection angle, is equal to the central angle. So if it is alpha minus beta, and if these two tangent are intersect at point C, so this angle is equal to alpha minus beta by 2. Alpha minus beta by 2. Okay. So now we come in here. Yes, lead of crossing. So to consider this angle TBD. TBD that I have shown earlier. In there, angle alpha plus beta by 2 equal to TD by BD equal to G minus D by L. So L equal to G minus D tan alpha minus beta by 2 or G minus D cot alpha plus beta by 2. Just to write it. Just to write it. Have you written?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Next one is the radius of curvature. To find out, the next one is the radius of curvature. Just to see this one, radius of curvature, it is very simple. R. So to consider triangle OBF. Consider triangle OB and F. This one. That is two tangent intersecting here, and if we extend this one, this will cut the chord at the center. So this is known as F. This point is known as F. So what we'll to do? We'll to consider O, B, and F. O, B, and F. Okay. O, B, and F. Triangle O, B, and F. So what we'll to do? We'll to obviously we'll to take the relation in between these two. We'll to take the relation in between OB and BF. Now BF will be converted as because value of BF is not known. So what we'll to do? We'll to convert it. How can we convert it? Just to write down in here. Sin alpha minus beta by 2 equal to BF by your OB. Now OB equal to R. And BF equal to BT by 2. BF is equal to BF equal to BT divided by 2 as because it is half of BT by 2. So when we know BT, then we can easily convert it in TD, and when we know TD, then we can easily find out the other portion. Just to check it, BT equal to TD by sine alpha plus beta by 2. BT is equal to TD by sine alpha plus beta by 2. That is sine alpha plus beta by 2 is equal to TD by BT. Another angle we can easily found from there. So to get it 1 by R. Now TD equal to G minus D. Again we come here. This equal to total G and this portion is D. That is the Hill divergence G. So this portion equal to G minus D, as because top portion is the D, Hill divergence, that we have determined in case of Pull's method. So this is the D, small d. So it is G minus D. We have determined this one, G minus D. Now we get G minus D towards sine alpha plus beta by 2. Now R will be taken in the left side. So sine alpha minus beta by 2 will come down. So ultimately you will get R equal to G by D divided by 2 sine alpha plus beta by 2 into sine alpha minus beta by 2. It is 2 in here. It's already cut. And 2 sine alpha plus beta by 2, 2 sine alpha minus beta by 2 equal to cos beta minus cos alpha as per trigonometry. So ultimately we will get R equal to G minus D divided by cos beta by cos alpha. Have you written it?
Yes.
Oh, fine. So this is the different elements of turnout. Different elements of turnout. Okay. That we have shown in here. These two items will be find out already on. Another thing I am to discuss in here, it is not very much important. This is known as crossover. This is known as crossover. That is two line crossover. What is this crossover? You can easily find out all these things. It is very simple. What is that crossover? Say this is one straight line. Then I have to take it. This is another one straight line. Another one thing. Another one track. Sorry, another one. So train will pass from this train to this train, this truck to this truck, or from this truck to this truck. So when this train will move from this truck to this truck, in that case, what we'll to do? We'll to add this line like this way. So this is known as crossover. This is known as crossover. So what is this? It is obviously points and crossings that we have discussed earlier. So this is known as crossover. And if we want train again move from here to here, in that case, what we'll to do? We'll to draw another one line like this way. Sorry, and another one line like this way. So in that portion, it looks like a scissor. That is why this is known as scissors crossing. So this portion is known as scissors crossing. So this is the crossover, and this portion is known as the scissors crossing. So this is the
Diamond
end
is
of this type of. Yes.
diamond crossing is in between that.
Yes. So in that case, one line will be open. This line will be stopped. When this train will pass from here to here, then this line will be stopped. Another line will be open. So this is the way of providing the crossover for shifting the train from one straight track to another straight track. Okay, one straight track to another straight track will to follow this path, and this procedure is known as crossover. Okay, so you may check any one of the book, so you can easily get the idea. So it is nothing like as the points and crosses, like as the points and crosses. So this is the end of the points and crossings part. Now I shall discuss another important item. This is known as signal. Signaling and interlocking. Okay, I will discuss that one. What is the objective? Obviously, it is very important issue to regulate the movement of the train at maximum permissible speed, to maintain a safe distance between the trains, to provide the facility for safe and efficient shunting, to regulate the arrival and departure of train from the station yard, to guide the trains to run at restricted speed, to ensure the safety of the train when it comes in contact with road traffic at level crossing. Okay, so this is the objective. Now the classification of signal. The signal will be divided into various categories that I have shown in here. Signal, first of all, divided into two categories: visible and audible signal. Visible signal again will be divided into the hand signal and fixed signal. Fixed signal will be divided again: caution indicator, stop signal. Stop signal will be divided into two types: colored light signal and or semaphore signals. Colored light signals have these 2, 3, 4 aspects. In case of semaphore signal, usually it has 3 aspects: lower quadrant 2 aspect or 3 aspect, modified lower quadrant 3 aspect, upper quadrant 3 aspect. And this color light signal, it is home, distant, starter, and advanced starter calling on shunt, repeater, and automatic. This one, Warner outer home signal, calling on signal, shunt, and repeater, and crossing signal. So these are the different classification of the signals. Now, what is audible signal? Obviously, it is not visible. Sound will come into the driver. When it is required, say, huge amount of fog, cloudy or fog in front of the railway track, this line is not clear. However, it is essential to move the train at a very slow speed. But for avoiding the train accident, what will you do? Some detonator will be placed on top of the railway track. So when it will come under the wheel, in between the wheel and the railway track, then it will blast. So sound will come to the ear of the driver. But this blasting is not much more, small amount. So this type of blast, sound will come to the driver. So driver will become cautious. Yes, in front of me, there will be a signal. And what type of signal? Then he will try to find out it. As because from the very close, the signal will be visible. That is why this type of audible signal is used when it is highly cloudy or fog, as it is not visible from very close. Thereafter, visible signal, obviously, the driver can see this type of signal. And this visible signal is divided into two categories: hand signal and fixed signal. Hand signal, you have seen, station master or person of the station master will show some signal by taking hand when train is coming. So it can be done by means of flag or by lamp. Okay. This plug at the night time, usually this plug is not visible. That is why this type of lamp will be used. And it have the green, red, etc. light. Just by changing these one, this station master show this signal, so the driver can move the train by considering the type of signal it is. Next on fixed signal, that will be remain side of the post, side of the railway track. This signal is subdivided into caution indicator and stop signal. Provided for communicating the driver that track ahead is not fit for running. So in that case, they will show this type of caution signal. Usually it is yellow. So driver can move the train at a very slow speed. So as and when required, he can easily stop. And another stop signal, normally do not change their position, used on railway as semaphore signal or color light signal. This type of signal will not be shifted from the location. Always it will be in here at particular location. And it will show yellow, red as well as green. This is the stop signal. Now to discuss about the semaphore signal under this fixed signal that you have seen somewhere. Just this is the semaphore signal. You have seen this type of signal at various locations. This word semaphore used by the Greek historian. Shema means sign and phore means PR. So semaphore signal consists of a movable arm, pivoted arm on a vertical post to a horizontal pin. The arm of this light is on the side facing and driver is painted red with a vertical white strip near the end. The other side painted white with a dark strip, and the arm is square ended. Just to have seen it. Arm is square ended. Okay, more or less square end. So we can easily find out it. And this is the location. If it is remain like this one, then it stop the train. If it is like this one, train move with caution. If it is like this one, so during daytime, it is visible. Over at night time, it is not visible. That is why one light will be placed behind of it. Okay, here in this location. So when it will move like this one, the light will automatically come in here, this portion. It is yellow light tone, so driver can easily take the caution for movement of the train. Another, if we come this one, then light will come in here. So by concept, how about one single light will be in there, but due to changing of position, it will show red, yellow, and green. This is known as semaphore signal. So this arm of the signal side facing and driver painted with red that I have discussed, the complete vertical assembly and arm, a pivot, counterweight spring, and housed on the top of the tubular post that you have shown in here. This is the tubular post on which this is by means of pivot, and it will be operated by means of wire. By means of wire that will go to the room of the station master. In order to visible at night, kerosene oil lamp, earlier days it was kerosene lamp, nowadays this is electric lamp, this word, and two light switch is fixed on the top. Okay, so this is the semaphore signal. Spectacle is also attached in the moving arm, which contains green, red glasses. So when the arm is horizontal, then red light is visible to the driver. When the arm is lowered, the green light is visible. That I have already discussed everything in here. And on horizontal, red, stop or danger, off at an angle 45 degrees, 65 degrees, green, proceed, line is clear. Semaphore signal, this signal are designed to fail safe, or if there is any failure in the working of the equipment, they will always be stop position. What is meant by it? Say one wire that will be connected from here and it will go to the station master. If any fault is occurred, the wire is broken down, then automatically it will come like this one. So train will be stopped. It will not, no accident will be occurred. So this is known as fail safe mode. Okay. The signal is operated by means of hand lever or button located in the central cabin provided nearby the station master office. Semaphore signals are normally provided at outer signal, home signal, starter signal, advanced starter signal, and warner signals. Okay. So next we come to the colored light signal that you have seen everywhere, and it is the most modern type signal. What is this signal? It is located on top of a post, and here the light, about the light, it is essential to provide the good visibility, for which light emission of an electric power of 12 volt 33 watt lamp is passed through the combination of lanes in which, so there is a number of lanes in front of it. Okay, so this can be visible from a long distance. So it shows a parallel beam focused in light to emit it out. This light is protected by special lens and hood. On top of it, this is the hood. Okay, so this can be distinctly seen even in the brightest sunlight, as because it is a high voltage line, as well as number of lenses are fitted on top of it. So this line will provide a parallel beam. So it can be visible from a long distance. The lights are fixed on the vertical post in such a way the driver eyes level. Always it will be at the driver eyes level. When one driver will be remain on the train, then it will be remain more or less his eyes level, his or her eyes level. The system is interlocking its arrange that only one aspect is displayed at a time. Colored light signals are normally used in the suburban section and section with high traffic density. Colored light signal have the 2 aspect, 3 aspect, 4 aspect. 2 aspect, green and red. 3 aspect, green, yellow, and red. 4 aspect, green, twice yellow, that is 2 yellow light and 1 red. Green means proceed, yellow indicate proceed with caution, red indicates stop. This one. So it is the 2 aspect, stop and proceed. 3 aspect, stop, caution, proceed. 4 aspect, stop, caution, attention. When 2 lights are in, then for attention, driver attention, and proceed. So this has been indicated in here, written in here. This is the calling on signal. So if the position, it depends upon the position of the signal. If the signal to horizontal, then stop. This one is the calling on signal, white part. This one means proceed with slow. That is, it will come next one. Second one will move it. It will. So it is proceed slow with caution. As because until and unless you will get the next signal in front of it, you will to proceed very, very slowly. Repeater signal. This yellow color will be in there. This is known as repeater signal, and 1 R is remaining here. It means the repeater signal. In case of signal is not visible to the driver or guard from adequate distance due to sharp car or any other region, a repeater signal is provided at a suitable position with an R mark in the rear of the main signal, and the repeater signal can be following types: square-ended, semaphore arms, colored light repeater signal, rotary disc or disc banner type of signal. So these type of signals are available for repeater signal. Shunt signal, usually you will see for shunting of the train. What is that shunting? From the station yard, from the car shed, one train will be placed at the station. In that case, some small heighted signal will be provided. This is known as shunt signal. Okay. So driver can, and it is a very slow speed. Usually from the car shed, this train will be placed at the station yard. So these are the miniature signal which are mostly used for regulating the shunting of vehicle in the station yard. These are small in size and placed on an independent post. In semaphore signaling areas, the shunt signals are disc type. It consists of the circular disc, red band with white background. This revolves around a pivot and is provided with 2 holes, one of the red lamp and another is, in case of semaphore signal for night, one light will be placed behind of it. So by positioning the shape of this light will be come to the eyes of the driver. So when red light will be in here, the driver can easily understand, stop the train. This type of yellow signal will come. So proceed slow for shunting. So these are the signaling system that you have seen. One platform in here. Just backside of the platform, this is the home signal, and there is an outer home signal in here. Another in front of the platform, there is starting signal, and there is another signal in here. This is known as advanced starting signal. So from here to here, it will remain under the control of the station master. So what is that station master? First of all, to check it whether this train has passed this advanced starter signal or not. If it is passed from here, then he will to make the green or yellow signal of this train for coming up to this. And when this signal will red, yellow or green or red, red means stopping. Green means come with full speed. Yellow means come with slower speed to the platform. So if it is galloping train or the mail train and it will not stop in here platform, when the signal is clear in front of it, then you will to give this type of green signal. So this train will pass this platform easily. Or if any train will come in here, until and unless this starter signal is on, this train will not move. When this starter signal is on, then train will move. And when the advanced starter signal, then it will move at a very speed. So responsibility of the station master will be ended in here. Another station master they will take care. Next station master will take care from here to other part, like this. So this is known as block system. This is known as block system. So this is the home signal that I have discussed in here. Different parts maybe in here at which station this train will come from. Here you can easily understand. So from here, this train can move in 3 stations or 3 railway tracks that will be operated by number station 1 as line 1, station 1, or platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, it can be. So from here it can be easily understand this signal is for only one platform. This signal is for 3 platform, 1, 2, 3. So station master easily can understand, yes, it is the left side, leftmost platform can be available. This one in middle of it, and this one is the right side. So these are the signaling system, starter signal that I have discussed earlier, like this one, advanced structure signal that I have discussed earlier about in here. Everything is clearly mentioned in that I have discussed in. Everything I mentioned in here. So this is the different signaling system. Usually that will be available in the railway track only for ensuring the safety and speed of the train, ensuring the speed of the train. Now, is it clear to you about the signaling system? Why you are silent? Are you
Yeah.
here?
Yes, sir.
So is it clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I have to share all these slides to you. Okay. And it is my last class. So to take the preparation for the exam. By tomorrow, I will send you all the slides. So thank you very much.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have a doubt from the last class, sir. Sir,
Huh?
Sir, a doubt from the last class, sir.
Last?
Class, I have a doubt, sir.
Which one?
Sir, what is the need of check rail, sir? It is
Huh?
actually not correct. Sir, what is the need of check rail? Use of check rails?
Need of check rails.
Yes, sir.
That I have already discussed. That I have already discussed only for ensuring the passage. Only for ensuring the passage. Sorry. Just a minute. I have discussed in frequent time. Yes, this is the check rail. So when train will move in this direction, there will be a horizontal thrust that will be generated in this direction. So the flange of the train of the wheel may overtake for this line or may topple this one. That is why one passage must have to be cleared in here. So the flange of the wheel will follow this path, or from this space, this flange will pass. So it will not be coupled. For which, for ensuring this space or passage, the check rail will be provided. So cap always to be provided, the outer rail and the check rail for passing the flange of the wheel. That is the projected portion of the wheel. This is the function of the check rail. It is also bear some stresses, horizontal stresses of this outer rail. As because by means of some nut and bolts, it will be connected with this one, and when train will move in this direction, it is the high curvature in here. So horizontal stresses will be generated that will be taken by outer rail. Only and certain portion will be taken by this portion. That is why it also helps to take the stress, horizontal stress or lateral stress that will be generated during the movement of the wheel in the curved section. So first of all, it will provide the clear passage. Second one, it will also take some stresses, generated lateral stresses. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other question, any other query?
For exam means numerical. Sir, for exam, numericals will be also there from.
Maybe. So you have to follow the book. In the book, there are number of problems and there. So by considering that one, you can easily solve it. So all this problem will be solved by using the formula, nothing else. In case of broad gauge, G will be given and angle of crossing will be given. The hill divergence may be given. So by using the formula, you can easily find out all these elements. Some numerical problems are available in the book. So you may solve that one.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So any more question? Any more question? So if no question, so I may close this one. So thank you very much. And best wishes for your exam, end exam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.